in Psalm 23.
Welcome to the Carr and Seguin Show, hosted by Devin Carr and Paul Seguin, where two Michiganders dive into real estate, outdoors, community building, and everything in between. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Welcome to another episode. Number, engineer, what are we at now here? 95?
87.
87. Hey,
Close.
that was the year I was born.
95?
No, 87.
Oh, it's like, what?
95.
That's not correct.
Golly, I'd still be in my 20s.
He made me feel old enough when he said 87, or let's say 95.
Yeah, 87. 87.
It was a great year.
87. I'm never. That's my birthday. August 7th, 1987. 871987.
Wow.
A bunch of 87s.
That's well planned out by your parents.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah.
They
They
did
want
good.
you to forget it, so they made it easy for you.
They know my memory span is very short and small. What's your day of birth? 8787.
Yeah.
What? 8787. Bow, bow, bow. I always love saying it because I get it from that, like they were like buying beer or something. Like, what's your date of birth? 8787. Like, really? Yeah. I'm making it up.
Right.
Here, show you my freaking ID. 8787. Wow.
Well, Johnny, if you really want to feel old, when you go to the liquor store or the grocery store and you see the year
Yeah.
you can buy beer now, it's like, oh my.
Yeah, it's 2001.
It's like, what happened? What happened?
That is crazy. Yeah, dude.
And it took so long for your year to show up there, but then when it did, it was like,
Now it's long gone.
it's like, wow.
It just keeps
How
growing.
did it go that fast?
That is true. That is so true. Those little signs,
Yeah.
those old signs, right? The top one says how old for tobacco, and the bottom one for alcohol. Oh man. Yeah, 87. It's a good year.
It was a good year.
Yeah, especially in August.
Right.
Well, so we got to the topic today that we got to discuss is a little deer camp.
Yep.
And we are still tagless. Are you? You are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't used any of our tags.
Right.
So
well,
that's
we
it.
have tags.
So that's it. See
Are
you
we
later.
tagless then?
Yeah, we're tagged.
We're not tagged out.
We're not tagged out. Let's
Yeah.
just put it that way. The tag wallet space is full.
Yes. Yeah. There's not been anything that's left.
Still sitting there.
Right.
Still sitting there.
Looking all nice and orange.
Yeah. It is funny sometimes when you watch like the Outdoor Channel and you see the guys like all the different kind of systems and tags.
Oh, yeah, where they...
Sometimes you got to whip out like this huge paper.
To fill it out.
Yeah. I kind of like how ours is just like bloop, tiny.
Yeah. It is nice.
Just notch. And then now we got to do the online report. That actually stuff is interesting. I can sit there and look at these numbers all the time. Have you ever looked at any of the harvest numbers? Online?
like from this year?
Yeah, from the online app.
I have not from this year. Let's say previous years,
So let's do
totally
here's a
accurate.
little trivia that I'm going to ask you and Johnny.
ooh.
Let's see who can win this. We'll see how many questions I can pull out of my butt out of these numbers. Let's see. Regulations info. So obviously, for those of you who don't know, Michigan, for us hunters, created we are required within 72 hours. And if you were listening to this and you forgot, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But we have to not only put the tag on the deer, you also have to report it on the DNR app or online.
And print confirmation
Really?
if you take it somewhere.
You got to take it with you?
Yeah.
Or you can't just show on the phone because they're on the
I
phone?
think they want a confirmation.
Really?
You actually have to print it out if you're going to take it to a processor or to get it mounted.
I didn't do that with the does earlier this year. Maybe they just didn't care up
Did
north.
you take them
To a processor.
Yeah.
I think
Because they had
they asked us, if I remember correctly, like, did you report it yet? And we said, yeah. And like, all right, that's fine. Just wanted to, like, I think
Right.
they just kind of wanted to ask
Yeah.
to clarify. But I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
it's different. Maybe they just didn't do what they were supposed to.
It's
new.
new.
Not gonna name drop.
It's new. It's new.
It is new. Yeah.
But I know my brother, he took, what did he do? He took his, I think his deer, and then they took his tag. When he got his meat back, he didn't get his tag back, but he was getting it mounted. So he had the confirmation to prove that actually it was his.
It was his.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe that's what it was.
Because they normally would just give you the head with the tag still on.
Right, but I don't think he put it on the leg.
Right.
So like when I put mine on, I put it on the leg.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just always how I
Yeah.
always done it.
Was it like a little zip tie or a piece of rope?
Yeah, with zip tie.
Yeah. That's easier.
And another thing, my buddy showed me this. Not that it's groundbreaking stuff, but scissors. You buy a little pair of scissors, keep it with your bag.
Yeah.
Then instead of taking a knife and trying to cut through everything,
Yeah.
just take a little pair of scissors. Goes a lot smoother.
Cut right through that little right on the back hind part where you slip it right through that.
No, like you cut your tag. You know how you notch out like days and
Oh, you
female?
go,
So much easier than taking it and just
yeah,
digging in
trying
it.
to
Yep.
dig a perfect little triangle.
Right. The scissors are much easier.
That is true. I believe that. I do. Heck yeah. So it's kind of cool. This app allows you to review, everything. It gives you, right in the very beginning of the deer harvest report summary, it tells you to the minute or a 3-minute delay, or maybe just refresh it. Yeah, to the minute. Look at that. Someone just did another deer. Just went up one.
And we shot one.
Someone shot one, or shot within the last 72 hours and just finally reported it. I definitely, not to change the subject on this, I'll get back to the numbers, but like, I know at first, when this first came out, there was kind of like some kickback, some feedback, not oh, it's government overreach. Why do they need to know where I'm shooting deer and all this? Because when you go in to report your deer, you're supposed to put the cursor over where you shot it. But I know that there was a case. I think someone already went to, I don't know what court or whatever, or maybe just brought it forward to the DNR or something, that there is no legality on the mapping. Like, they can't enforce you to put it exactly where you shot it.
Right.
Just in the vicinity. Because, dude, before it was always just reported what county.
Right.
So what difference does it make?
Yeah. I get why they're doing it that way. And I don't mind the system.
No, I don't know. Collectively, I think it's great.
Filled out the surveys.
That's what I was getting at.
So you gotta know.
Yeah. It was, I think at first, when the first time I ever did it, I remember we were booking it to the processor because it was for the antlerless season, and we were booking it, and we're all doing it in the truck on the ride there,
right?
Because we thought we had to literally do it before you drop the deer off,
right? Yeah.
And then we were looking oh, it says within 72 hours, so we're all kind of okay, chill out. But it was you get to the very end, and sometimes they randomly. I don't know. Have you ever done one yet?
I haven't done one yet.
So. They do have different random questions. One, the first app I did, because I shot 3 does. So the first one I did, it asked how are the acorns season this year? And then, have you seen any feral hogs in the woods this year? And then I can't remember the other one, but those two have always been my questions. But I've heard some other random ones like, how many turkeys did you see in the woods this fall? Like just kind of random questions, which I mean, don't harm or foul. It's just kind of random, weird questions.
Probably because people aren't filling out surveys for those either. And,
right.
And they're just trying different ways.
They're just trying to collect some data.
Yeah, which is whatever.
Yeah. So, and then it was just when the first time we did it, and then it pulled this map, and it said, place cursor where you shot deer. We're like, whoa, what the frick is this? Like, I didn't need to know exactly where I shot it. So it's like, I'll admit it. I'm like, just pick a random spot. Because it asks for you, to connect to your location.
Right.
And we were already driving, so I said, screw it. Yeah, I'm right here.
That's what I heard from somebody. Their kid shot a buck during the youth hunt, and he was doing it, and it just pinged his location right away. Mm-hmm. And he also said if you fat finger something, then it can be kind of I think he fat fingered something, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of non-relevant questions. Yeah. That he got asked, which, I mean, doing it on your phone, I mean, I could see that happening a lot, and people get frustrated with it. I mean,
right.
I think ultimately I just do it on my computer because I hate doing anything on my phone.
Yeah, because, I mean, even when it comes to, I think I even made, because we shot doe, and if you're not careful, you could select antler deer, and then it's a whole different.
Mm-hmm. And you can't go back or something.
Yeah, it's kind of. It was like, what's crap? And I think there was something where I just cleared the claim out and then started over or something like that. But that was what I was getting at. I remember there was some proceeding that was accepted where at first, if you don't do this, it was a misdemeanor, and now it's not. But at the same time, they do have some kind of fines.
If you don't do what?
The reporting on the app or the online. Well, it was like a misdemeanor carry.
Oh.
So they dropped that. There's still now fines if you're caught trying to process or drop off and you never did it or whatever. I think it's just monetary fines. It's not a misdemeanor. Because that's kind of stupid. Just make it monetary. I think it's $175 or something if you don't do it. That's a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
Right. I don't have a problem.
It's already going to cost me $150 to process. Right. And, if I do amount $500, $600, $700, I'm not going to cost myself another $175 just for not doing a dang little freaking form.
Right. Trying to be secretive.
Yeah. But I love it, actually.
Yeah.
The more that I've gotten into this, and I think just read even more people online, on all the Michigan deer hunters, Facebook groups and stuff, I think it's freaking sweet. I mean, then you learn about it, because at first everyone's throwing a fit about it, saying oh, this is government overreach. It's and then you read into it and you look into no, what? How is this bad?
Yeah.
It's just more data that DNR can use to do a better job. Not that they're not doing a bad job. They're doing a good job here in Michigan, but they can now take more data that they've never had before. Like you said, the survey completion just plummeted.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 5 years. It was 33% completion rate. How can you do that? How can you do anything?
Effectively manage or do anything with that.
When you're just guessing out of 33% of people reporting what they did.
Right.
Okay. So let's hope 1 out of 3 chance what we're managing is right.
Now you probably get 2 out of 3, which is a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, not everyone's going to do it, but
correct.
I would say the majority of people will do it.
Well, leading into that question, or leading into off of that statement, better said, here's the first question for you guys to take a guess. And we'll see who can get in the closest realm to be the winner of the question number 1.
Are they numbers questions?
Yes.
So if you go over, is it going to be The Price is Right, or you lose? Or
is that how it always was? Price is Right? You always
That's why people bet $1.
That's true. That's true. How about we just do the closest regardless?
Okay.
Is that fair?
Fair.
Under or over? Whoever's just the closest to the number?
You and Johnny are the one that always cheat, so. I don't know.
True that.
Whatever.
Take a guess. Question is, how many reported harvested deer, so this includes antlerless and antlered deer, total harvested for this whole hunting season so far? So including youth hunt, the early antlerless firearm, archery firearm that's still going on right now. Okay? Guess the total number of harvested deer in the state of Michigan. And I'm going to give you one clue. It's definitely higher than 100,000. And that's it. Take a guess.
327,000 deer.
Final answer?
Yep.
327,000? Devin?
I'm going to go 180.
180,000? Devin is the winner.
Woo!
Closest to 215,808 deer. If I refresh it, dude, they just had 41 more deer processed. It's up to 215,849 now.
Oh, I was going for the release date of this episode. How many would be shot? So when this releases at 11:30.
Typical cheater.
You're funny. That's good. That's good. No, it tells you the total harvested deer, and then even down below, you can literally just go down the list of all of the counties in the state of Michigan, and it tells you how many antlered and how many antlerless deer have been shot per county. It's just interesting. And then you could break it down. Like, you could select the hunting season. So I could go straight just regular firearm. So just this firearm season so far. How many deer have been shot per county with just firearm.
So, Paul, share where are you finding that data at?
Yeah, so this is at the DNR, Michigan DNR app. So I think you can just look up on your app store. I think it's just Michigan DNR. I'm sure it'll pull it right up. But I think this is also just found on michigan.gov/DNR as well. So, if you just go to michigan.gov/DNR, you can pull up, I'm sure it's got all the deer harvest summary numbers.
I just want to be able to be prepared for the next question.
Oh,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys very familiar with counties at all? I mean,
Yeah.
I think we could all, I know
Fairly.
maybe the more popular high density deer killing counties. Because my next question was going to be, what county has the most harvested deer at this point?
Multiple choice.
Okay.
All right. So,
I'm going to give you a couple of counties.
give us a couple of counties.
You shouldn't need that, Johnny. You already.
Yeah, I've already got the app here, but I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
You cheater.
I'm not cheating.
You're cheating, aren't you? Huh?
No.
All right. A, Lapeer.
Ooh, great county.
That's a great county.
B, Jackson.
That's a great big deer
Big
county.
deer, yeah.
C, Newaygo.
I
Nope.
don't think so.
And D, Montcalm.
Damn, it's between Jackson and Lapeer. I'm going to go with Jackson.
I'll go Jackson.
Someone's calling me. Would you guys believe it or not that Jackson's actually fourth?
Wow.
Yes, I would.
I would believe it. I know there's a lot of monster bucks come out of there, but I'm not so sure if there's a population of bucks or deer there.
I don't think there's a population of people.
Number one county, Montcalm,
Where's that at?
if I'm saying it correctly. I think it's just north of Grand Rapids.
Wow.
So Montcalm, if I'm saying it correctly, if I'm pretty, because I looked this up during deer camp. Because one night I was just sitting there just diving into all this. I believe what it does is it borders northern Grand Rapids, and it goes just south of Big Rapids, and then goes like all the way over to almost Ionia on 66, and then like down to 96. So it's kind of like that, almost that area in between Grand Rapids and Lansing, but more closer to Grand Rapids. I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it is. They have harvested 5,646 deer. And I'll tell you one thing right now, that the problem we have in Michigan is
they're doing great.
They just are shooting way too many bucks to doe ratio. This county literally has almost a 4-to-1 ratio of bucks to does. And you wonder why we freaking have small bucks around here.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It is.
That's ridiculous.
We were literally talking about this almost a good solid whole night up at deer camp, about how when you go to other states in the country that are known, the ones that have just bigger bucks, they have regulations put in place to pretty much where it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. I think Wisconsin, you literally have to kill a doe before you even can get your buck tag.
Yeah, there's a couple.
You literally have to shoot a doe before you can even go buy your buck tag. And they're only 1 buck tag states.
That's a perfect law.
Yeah.
Has Michigan ever had a where they've just gave buck hunting a rest for like 2 years?
Yeah, right.
That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Well, so to kind of tie into that, so Doug, my cousin, I don't know a ton of people in the hunting realm. Let's just put it that way. I'm not like some huge hunter industry guy. But Doug, to me, is like one guy that just like is obsessed with hunting.
Mm-hmm.
They moved to Colorado because of part of that. I mean, that's they're
right.
Him and Stacy are just outdoor fanatics. They lived in Colorado for 10 years, did everything, elk, you name it, the mule. They've hunted it all. And he even says, Colorado is called the Michigan of the West. And Michigan is known, obviously, Michigan's a very big, we're probably second or third of the most hunters, registered hunters in the country. But Michigan is very deeply rooted in hunting tradition. We kind of talked about this the other day. But that's the problem, is you have a lot of old people, or old hunters and old traditions that, let's just face it, us humans, we don't like change.
No.
It's hard to break habits.
Right.
And I think that's a big play in Michigan because, Doug's like, dude, they've tried proposing stricter buck laws and they've never passed. Not even a chance in Michigan. Like, it just doesn't happen. And that's the problem. Because it's just too many people. If it's brown, it's down.
Right.
If it's got some antlers, great. You can't eat the antlers. It's for the meat.
You know what? I did see someone cook on the antlers.
Like, put the meat on the antlers?
It was very cool. It was on the Outdoor Channel. It's a gruffy-looking guy. It's not meat eater. It's...
Oh, the safari dude?
Yeah, he might be safari or whatever.
Safari-ish.
Yeah.
He seems to just go, like, tons of places and...
Yeah.
Always is cooking.
Yeah, but he took red stag. I think it was a red stag antler, and it had palmation on it. And he put pretty much meat that he browned on it, and then he wrapped the antler in like a pastry, and then he stuck it in the oven and cooked it.
No way.
It was pretty cool. And it looked pretty good.
I
don't know where I'd find an antler like that to even attempt it.
To attempt it.
Yeah, but it looked cool. Presentation was a 10 for sure.
They always make me hungry watching those shows. And then I get all juiced up thinking I can be go cook something like them, and then it's just a disaster.
Right. Well, shoot, you got to go to 6 different stores to find just the ingredients.
I know. Some of these names they come up with is like, I don't have this at freaking Kroger.
Right, yeah. Like,
Where do you get that from?
Yeah.
What happened to just pepper and salt?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the problem is we're just so richly, I don't know, and I don't think it's any fault to the DNR, but it's just, I think, long tradition of hunting and, long tradition of deer camps. I mean, you even hear it for some people like, I don't know what a deer camp is.
Mm-hmm.
But around here, everyone's like, going to deer camp?
Right, yeah.
Talk
to people that you haven't talked to in a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, seen anything?
Right. Oh, yeah. It's fresh conversation, no matter how long it's been since you've seen each other. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you look at every single county on here, and it is easily 2-to-1, minimum 2-to-1 buck to doe ratio every single time in every county. Yeah, Montcalm is 4,157 bucks have been tagged to only 1,489 doe. Like, come on, y'all. Shoot some more doe. And you wonder why we got freaking deer population problems.
Well, yeah.
If there's a ton of doe out there, what are doe going to do? Well, what's all the bucks doing right now? Breeding them.
Yeah. Whispering sweet nothings.
And we all think that, they go breed 2 to 3 does. It's probably more like 5 or 6 in Michigan. Yeah. There's so many of the ladies around. They're like, oh. That's why we feel like they've been in lockdown. Anyways, so yeah, Montcalm's number 1, Silenac County's number 2. That's north of Port Huron. Mm-hmm. Newego is 3, Jackson 4, Lapeer 5, Tuscola, Saginaw, St. Clair, Menominee, Ionia, Clinton, Calhoun, Hillsdale, Muskota. Those are your top counties. But here, let's take a guess. Here's one for you guys. Hopefully, maybe, you're up north, your UP counties. What is the county that has the least deer period tagged? The least. And I'm going to give you one guess.
What's that one county up there, Johnny?
God, I know there's Berry County, and Newego is one of them up there too, isn't it?
Is Newego a UP county? Who's freaking 3rd in the state?
Oh, it can't be that.
Newego's.
What's Drummond Island County in? That
Drummond Island.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how many people actually go out to Drummond Island to hunt.
I know they have great grouse hunting.
Do they?
But I don't know about deer. Multiple choice.
All right. A, Gogebic. B, Lucy. C, Keweenaw. D, Wayne.
Keweenaw.
Is Wayne a trick question?
Well, it can't be. Well, it's the least, right? So the Keweenaw Peninsula is the highest, right? The coldest.
It's Keweenaw's where?
Keweenaw Peninsula is. It's got to be Keweenaw because that's in the Upper Peninsula, right? Holding up my Michigan hand, right, for the Upper Peninsula. Yeah, that Keweenaw is the Keweenaw Peninsula right there. So I would think Keweenaw County's got to be in the Keweenaw Peninsula, or at least the base of it.
Is Houghton in Keweenaw? Isn't that where Michigan Tech is? Or is that Houghton County? There's Houghton right here. It's probably Houghton County. They have their own county.
So what are you going with, Johnny?
Keweenaw.
I'll follow.
Correct.
You seem very confident.
Correct.
With your Michigan mitt.
Keweenaw. Now take a guess how many deer have been tagged.
In Keweenaw?
In Keweenaw.
Bucks and doe?
Yeah, bucks
or
and doe.
Or can you shoot? You shoot doe?
A couple people have.
I'm going to say
Are you
600.
not allowed to? Are they pretty
no.
restricted up north, right?
Yeah, I know my buddy was in UP. I think he said he couldn't shoot a doe where he was at.
Wow, really?
I mean, they're very low numbers.
I mean, they don't have a lot of deer
Period.
to begin with. Yeah.
So you don't want to kill the mammals.
630.
Ooh, good guess. I'm gonna go. $320.
123.
Ooh.
Devin,
121.
You rock.
Mm-hmm,
121 bucks to 2 does. And I want, I mean, how do you, yeah. Those 2 idiots. I swear it had antlers on it. You mean the branches? Yeah, Lucy, if I'm saying it, Lucy is second at 227. Go Gibbick 388. Wayne County 391.
There you go.
And I'll bet you there's some absolute monsters in Wayne County.
Oh yeah. Here's one thing that I was looking at the other day that I was kind of surprised by. Is I went to firearm season, so I specifically looked at firearm numbers. And Wayne County has 116. Who the frick is shooting their gun in Wayne County? I'm trying to think, like, where?
There's probably a farm somewhere.
Yeah, you know what?
A few
Like
of
Belleville,
Mm-hmm.
Canton. There are some areas of Canton that are farmy that I guess.
Well, if your question was just how many people are shooting their gun in Wayne County, I'd say a hell of a lot of people. They might not be hunting.
Yeah. I'm talking hunting right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, I just thought that was interesting. 116 out of their 270 was firearm. Washtenaw County got some good numbers. 1,500. $1,000 and 500 antlerless. It's decent numbers.
What was it? $1,000, 500 antlerless?
Yeah. $1,000 on the number right now. And then 501 doe. Just for firearm. In Washtenaw.
I believe it. A lot of people I know, they take advantage of late doe season.
Yeah, so Washtenaw collectively is at $2,224. There's your 2-to-1 ratio. 1,115 doe for a total of 3,339. It's actually pretty high. That was actually a pretty high count.
That was a lot of deer.
Yeah, those stats are. I can't believe that. Right, that there's that close of 2-to-1 ratio for
Johnny. If you go to the app and look at all the counties, you can just scan down and literally just look like it's all 2-to-1, 2-to-1, 2-to-1,
Gosh,
2-to-1,
unbelievable.
2-to-1, 2-to-1. I mean, it's like if there's $1,000, there's 500 doe. If there's $1,500, there's 750 doe. I mean, it's like spot freaking on the number 2-to-1 ratio.
But I think it's skewed right now because you got everyone's buck hunting now. And that's when they're chasing. I think
It's
it
true.
will be interesting to see what it is after late doe season. Once the season closes, see what the number actually goes to.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I know I haven't shot anything yet.
I
I'll
mean,
probably get a couple.
I got
doe.
three doe tags filled.
Yeah. So you've already contributed.
Shoot, dude. I mean, so yeah, just to quickly tie up this episode, though, and all of that, I mean, I was about to shoot a freaking doe on deer camp, too. Again.
Yeah.
Just to fire the freaking gun.
Not at a paper target.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was super slow.
It was slow.
Gosh, it was so slow.
All right,
It's,
so Paul, you at least before you go, got to give us an update. Did anybody shoot the buck behind your house?
So I have not seen him on camera in some time. So I don't know, to be honest. Do not know. I plan on I'm actually going to sit tomorrow morning.
There you go.
Because I've been seeing this big group of doe that would always be in our backyard, which I haven't seen in a while. It's been only just these two, and then literally the last 2 nights, right at 6 o'clock, not 6, 5.
Coming in.
Boom. There's the 12. Literally 12 doe. Yeah.
It's a party.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, hopefully they bring in a buck or something. The big 8. But no, deer camp was a blast. Always is a blast.
Right. Yeah.
It's always fun. You just eat way too good, especially at dinner, right? I mean, yeah, I did 2 full day sits, opening day Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, it was just dead slow. I mean, we were texting a ton.
Right.
You went up to your place for a day, and it just kind of, you just didn't hear that many gunshots.
No, even if it was a Tuesday, I mean, still it should have heard more.
Yeah,
it was a nice day. I mean, it's not like it was like a blizzard or anything like that. I mean, the wind wasn't too bad. I mean, you had a little bit of snow falling. I mean, it seemed like a very nice day.
It was
for it.
I mean, dude, I had some high hopes for this season, and I just got crushed.
It happens.
I mean, I've shed a couple of tears on the way home because I had a truck bed empty.
Right.
I mean, it was, yeah. No, I mean, it literally the story. I mean, I went up Sunday. I mean, like that whole weekend, like I got some solid pictures. Like there's buck, midday buck. I mean, like good. The 9-pointer came through, I think, on Monday afternoon. I was like, holy shit. Monday afternoon. The day before.
Right.
9-pointer, there he is. And yeah, just went dead come Tuesday. We sat Monday morning. I didn't see anything, but Doug came and put up, he just took his ladder or whatever his little throw up freaking stand. And he had a nice 6-pointer just come right below him. He wasn't even ready. He's like, I made 2 just careless mistakes. But, I mean, going up there, too, is kind of funny, though, because I show up. I love Christine, our cousin, who lives up there, is always like our chef for the week. She spoils us big time. And she's a damn good cook, too. I mean, just spoiled. She's like Jess. She makes tons of bread, homemade biscuits. Ooh. I mean, dude, it's just, you name it, it was amazing. So anyways, when I came up there Sunday, Doug went out, and he wasn't back yet because I came up there Sunday evening-ish or late afternoon, and I was like, so how's the atmosphere? She's like, not good. I'm like, really? And she's like, I'm pretty sure they haven't even pulled back on anything all season. I'm like, what? And as soon as Doug came in, he said, like, yeah, I haven't drawn on a deer yet this whole season. He's like, it's been horrible. And then so Monday morning, we went and sat. I wanted to go into my new blind and sit for the morning, and we'll leave. Our plan was to leave the woods alone in the afternoon, right? Leading up to the opening day. And so he came out with me, and he's like, I've just been used to not seeing scrot, all day.
Yeah.
So I just get the stand set up, put the freaking bow on the hanger, and he's like, mistake number 1, you always have your bow in your hand the first half hour of first light. No, I put it down, and sure enough, first light, here comes this dandy little 6-pointer, and I'm like trying to grab the bow, and the arrow's stuck in the branch, can't even get it out of the branch. Finally get it out, and then he's like, it's first light, and he's like, I drew back, and I'm trying to look, like, making sure it's like, okay, it's got brow tines, right? Couldn't really quite make it out. It was literally like first light. He's like, no joke, 10 minutes after even just getting set up,
right,
he comes walking in. And then mistake number 2 is I just let him keep walking. I never just make him stop. Just, make him look at me.
Right. Yeah.
So he just went off. And then he's like, I just didn't know what the frick. I just wasn't ready.
Right.
Mentally, I was like out of it.
Yeah.
So Doug, I think kind of got all like, kind of woke himself up a little bit, and that was just fun to hear that driving back after, because I didn't see anything Monday morning, but we were getting paid like Monday afternoon. The 9-point came through. This really nice looking 8-point came through. I'm like, dude, there's bucks. They're moving midday. Like, this is great. Like, this is going to be awesome. So Tuesday morning, go to the blind. I had a buck come right through at first. I think it was before even first light. Mm-hmm. But, it lighted, like that.
Right,
Right at hunting, first shooting time.
Right.
But it's still not
It's
shoot.
like,
You could make out you could literally see him. And it was funny because I heard him over to the left. And I'm like, okay, I got something coming. You can just, because, when you're waiting for that first light, you're just like, just listen for him. Right. And I hear him coming through. And so I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get binoculars. I can make. I'm like, all right, he's coming. I'm like, ooh, this looks like a buck. Like, you can just tell it's a different body. And then he walked in front of my camera, and that was what I was hoping he was gonna do. And then boom, I got the ping. I'm like, so I'm trying to keep my light down because I want to look at the picture, but then I don't want him to get spooked by the light because my blind, the windows are just huge, huge windows, which kind of sucks. On what was it? Late Tuesday when it really started to kind of snow a little bit.
Yeah.
And wind picked up a little. It was just
Coming in a little
annoying. Well, not only that, I had my heater going. So what happens when it starts snowing? Well, drip, 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 drip. Because the snow on top's melting from all the heat in my freaking blind. So I got this drip just annoying the heck out of me. I'm like, that's why the deer ain't coming around. They're hearing, I don't hear that out in the woods.
Yeah.
But no, he came through. I'm like looking. I'm like, oh, he probably was a 6-point. Because, it was a decent little spread, but you couldn't really see more than just one.
Okay.
But I'm sure it was probably just a forky with maybe a small little browse. But, he just walked literally 10 yards in front of the blind.
Thinking,
just meowsing.
Gonna be a good day.
Yeah. And then, I just couldn't see it. I couldn't really make it out in the picture. I couldn't make it out in
real time.
And I really wasn't going to shoot it it was first morning.
Right.
And then after seeing that, I'm just freaking jacked. Seeing the pictures the day before, here comes this dude, first light at 7 in the morning.
Right.
I'm just ready. Like, I don't think I put that gun down till 11 o'clock.
You were mentally prepared.
I had that, because I learned from Doug.
Right.
Doug's like, dude, I don't know why I didn't just in it. It wasn't ready. Like, I was freaking ready, man. I had my earphones on my head. I was ready to shoot. Like, I'm like, this buck's coming through. And nothing. Nothing till noon. Finally, a doe shows up. I'm like, okay, deer do exist out here.
Right.
They're just not fake deer in front of my camera for the last 2 months. And in hindsight now, I probably should just shot her. Dude, she came the same path going just to the east that the buck came. 10 yards in front of me. I could have just blasted the hell out of her. But at that point, I'm just like, I'm still thinking dude,
all right,
we're early.
Or maybe a buck's going to be
We're
behind
early.
her.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. I was looking the whole time. I'm like, she's by herself. Hopefully,
There's got to be something.
There's got to be,
Yeah.
what the frick? Nothing. And then nothing all day. And so I'm like, all right, after that point, you're kind of like, well, it's opening day.
Right.
We were texting, but it seemed like it was slow.
Yeah.
But Matt and Doug over on their property, they both shot 2 little dandy 8-pointers. And so, they were freaking. It was funny, though, because you were slow, I was slow. And you're not too far from where we are. Yeah. But it was slow all around. I remember even last year, it was boom, boom,
yeah,
boom. There
was a lot of
the
shooting.
First couple hours, it was just a constant parade of,
right.
It's like you're at a freaking war, right? Like everyone always says. First day, opening day, it's like war zone.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't like that this year.
No, it was real quiet.
It was kind of quiet. You would hear, I think you would hear some gunshots kind of constantly, but it was nothing where you're like, there's a lot of dead deer right now.
Yeah, normally, Yeah, at night there was barely any.
Oh,
I mean, it was like a ghost
it was
town, really.
dead in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was already slow. I mean, it was just very, very low and slow. But I was trying to keep my head high. And
Positive attitude.
Matt and Doug shot a buck, so that was fun. Tuesday night, you know, going out there, getting them, and you know, celebrating those bucks. So that was fun, which you know gets you all excited for Wednesday,
right?
And so me and Scott, who didn't shoot anything, you know, Matt and Doug are now kind of like, ooh, well,
Yeah, right.
I'm good,
Yeah.
shot a buck, and then you know, so they're like, yeah, we're gonna come in for lunch. I'm like, yeah, maybe I will. And then when I woke up Wednesday morning, I'm like, no, I got to sit again. Like, come on, I'm out here to hunt. Let's just sit all day. Because what's going to happen? I'm going to go in for lunch. I'm going to be sitting there eating a little sandwich.
Yep. Then you're getting a ping.
And then all of a sudden, ping. And be like, mother breaker. There's old Dandy right there.
Yep.
The old one.
You know that's how it would have happened.
It's always.
Yeah.
Always. And I just can't live with that regret, saying my butt should have been in that blind and I should have been pulling the trigger. But to summarize it all up real quickly, Wednesday was a dud. Didn't see one freaking deer. But I will tell you one thing. I was this close from shooting a dang squirrel. I'm telling you, man.
It was bothering you?
There is nothing more Satanist in a hunting season than squirrels.
That is true.
Those frickers come it's like their horns, the frickin' devil horns just come out of them. They know it's hunting season, and they go, you know, it's time to mess with the hunters. Let's just run around real crazy and make it sound like a deer's coming.
Right.
You get all like, oh, okay, we got something coming.
Right. Yeah.
What do we got here? What do we got? The frick where? Oh, you mother fricker.
Yep.
So I was eating a pear, too. I have a picture of this. I was eating a pear Wednesday afternoon, and in comes Mr. Satan himself. Comes, you know, rumbling in after already confusing me, thinking that it could be something coming here from the south. No, it was him again. And all of a sudden, I'm like sitting there. He starts climbing up the tree real fast. You can hear, I mean, there's a tree like 5 feet away from me. And I'm like, that motherfucker's chewing on my pear.
He's eating your pear.
I know you can't even see. Oh, well, you can see the squirrel a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
That guy grabbed the pear that I just ate. I just, sliced it, tossed it out. It'll decompose, something. Squirrel will get it.
Oh, yeah.
Picks it up and just sits there right in front of me and...
He was saying thank you.
Yeah. And then that's when I actually took I don't know if did I take a picture or was it a Marco Polo? It might have been a Marco Polo to Jess. I had my gun on the rest, pointed right at the squirrel. I said, this thing needs to die. I was about to just shoot him. Oh, I can't tell you how many times that stinking squirrel.
They are pain.
Dude, they make enough noise to where you think like, ooh, something's coming.
Yeah.
I got it. There's deer coming in. And it's just
Gotta be.
Squirrel. Yeah. Nope. So Wednesday, that was the highlight of Wednesday, was the squirrel eating my pear. And then that was
Helping
it.
nature.
Yeah. And then Thursday, went back out for one more sip before heading home, and was blessed to see 7 doe.
There you go.
That made me end on somewhat of a
Right,
note
yeah.
that actually deer exist out in this property. They're real.
Right.
But never had a shot. They were probably just 100 yards away, but I'm back in the thick woods.
Right.
I don't have a shooting lane right in front of me, which now I'm like, I probably should get one for next season or something right there. But yeah, 2 came in. I kind of was like, okay, there's 2 of them. Ain't no big pack, like thinking,
Right.
It was funny because I was
like, behind them.
Yeah, like I saw them come in. I started scanning around, thinking like, where's he at? And then I came back and they were gone. I'm like, this is impossible. Literally, I'm like,
It's like, where'd they go?
am my mind playing tricks with me right now? Like I literally was like,
know.
I think I did not see anything.
They can move so fast. I mean, like they're there, then all of a sudden it's
And you're like,
and then
where'd they go?
Where'd they go?
And that's straight up what happened. I mean, they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally spend the next like at least 10, 15 minutes. I'm like just trying to like, this is impossible. They did not just leave. And then all of a sudden I see this like flap move behind a tree.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, they bed down. They're both, I like went like this and I'm like, oh, there they are. They're right there. Those little freaking tricksters. Got me all thinking I'm losing my mind up here. And they sat down and then 5 more came in and those are fun to watch. Two of the, you could tell they were like yearlings, just like running around, just chasing each other.
Got the zoomies.
And then they all like bedded down. I'm like, what the frick? I mean, I guess it's good to know that you're all cozy over here.
Right.
But why don't you bring some freaking horny bucks with you? Like, come on. Jeez.
They were on a girls' trip.
Yeah. 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 On a break from mating. So no, I don't know. I got one good pick actually last night of I think it's the 8-point, but haven't seen the 9-point come around. So he might be one of those 214,000.
Maybe
He might be. I mean, I'm sure anyone up there would have shot that guy big time.
Right.
If he was in someone's scope, he would have been dead. I mean, that was my target buck.
Right.
I mean, if one of those 8 points came in, I probably would have shot him. But I don't know if the activity was a lot more. I may have just said, I'm holding out from the. I called him Mr. Oldie. That's what Olivia gave him, Oldie. Hey, and then the 8-point was Pinocchio. Had real
Pinocchio.
You could tell he's younger,
right?
He's got that real pointy nose, but he had a great rack. Hopefully he lives, which I think it was him from last night. Not the greatest picture, but you could tell the way it looks the same. So I hope he lived and will live because he'll be a great buck next year. Still got archery to go through till the 31st and muzzleloader too.
He's got some
a lot more chances to get shot.
A little bit.
No, but it's always fun. But that's what it's all about, right? I mean, I remember like Scott didn't get anything either. He was skunked. I was skunked, and I think I made a comment on Wednesday night or something, and he's like, Paul, do you realize it took me 4 years to shoot my first deer? I'm like, what are you saying? He's like, well, you've shot 5 in the last 1, so shut up. I'm like, yeah, well, I want to get another one.
Right, yeah.
I got the urge.
Yeah. It's not my fault it took you so long.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, sorry sorry you didn't get inherited the name called the Salem Slayer. That is what I think I took a picture. They have a whiteboard up at their property. Salem Slayer. Yeah, right there. What does that say right there with 3 doe heads?
Oh, look
Salem
at you.
Slayer. Here. Try to zoom in on that one. Oh, you don't have any controls. Salem Slayer. Yeah, even with Team Bloodsport finally putting one on the board and Colorado Killer, that's Doug. They're still tracking 1 behind. I lead the pack this year at Emmons Acres.
Feels good to be on top, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm always looking down. No, it's fun though. It's all about it, right?
Yes, sir.
And you for you the same kind of a little slow.
Slow.
Yeah.
Slow. Couple coyotes running by and saw a buck running by. Stopped him, but of course where he stopped was trees. He started to run again, and that was it.
He gone.
He was gone.
You gonna do a little hunting this Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah, a little bit.
You better.
Yeah.
Don't say a little bit. You say yes. You're going to do all day sits.
I don't do all sits. Do that. I mean, I listened to a podcast the other day, one of Mark's, and I mean, I think it was him and I forgot who the other
Tony
guy
Peterson?
was. Yeah. I mean, like between the two of them, they've killed like 3 deer in the middle of the day. And they hunt all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I just go in for like an hour or something just to move. I gotta move around.
Yeah, Oh, trust me.
I can't sit there.
I had no problem standing up in my blind. I mean, I'm like, I don't freaking see anything.
Yeah.
So I like stood up, did some aerobics,
Oh, yeah.
stretched.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let it out a couple toots.
You want to make sure
standing
you're
up.
loose. You're loose when that deer comes.
It's a mental game, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I read a couple times. I brought some books with me. I did not take a nap.
I didn't nap
not
either.
one.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I had just, being slow, it's just like, as much as you want to try to keep yourself mentally in the game, it's like, don't fall asleep. I think even I was texting, like, my dad, my brother, like, we have a group chat, and Glenn, my brother's father-in-law, he's a hunter. He's always grown hunter, and he even texted me, he's like, don't fall asleep, Paul.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. And I'm like, I kept telling that myself, because there's a few, obviously, sitting 12 hours a day in a freaking 5x5 blind, seeing nothing. You kind of just get the thought like, yeah, whatever. A little 20-minute snooze ain't gonna hurt anything. Yeah, well, that 20 minutes could be the exact same time
That's true.
the buck comes through. Because even last year, I took a nap, woke up, and there he was,
Right.
100 yards away from me,
It's called timing.
dude. And I tried to justify myself, saying maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to take a nap. And
Well,
then,
that's why you start eating a sandwich or something. You go, well, I need to change something up. I'm going to get a sandwich out. I'm going to keep my hands busy. Then all of a sudden, there's going to be a deer there.
I always love it. We did it this year. I packed like 3 freaking sandwiches.
There you go.
For Tuesday. It's so much junk you put in your backpack.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Freaking thing weighs 50 pounds, trying to carry out propane tanks and all your grunt calls and all your snacks and your food and your water and your thermos and freaking gloves and all your knives. It's like you're trying to just shove it in. And then you put it on, you're like, holy crap. Dude.
Right.
And I mean, like, I don't have a far walk, but it was far enough in being like, this is freaking heavy. You get to the blind. Like, but we had a running thing on Tuesday morning is who had to crack open the first sandwich bag and how early. I think Matt walked at like 9:30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm on board with that one. I'm on Matt's time.
Like sandwich number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I packed 2. I would pack more if I could fit more in
Dude.
my bag.
Yeah, and then if you try to pack more, you're going to like go for the sandwich and they're just smushed. And it's all gooey. But no, those are good sandwiches. We had turkey and salami and cheese. Yeah, it was good. On some homemade bread.
Ooh, homemade bread.
Delicious. I'm telling you, man, we're spoiled.
I know.
It's good. It's all about the food.
Right. Well, yeah.
Especially if you
What's
ain't
it
shooting
about?
anything.
Well, yeah.
Come home. Christine always had just the dinner ready. Oh, it's nothing better. Nice. What do we have? We like. You ever have cube steaks?
Mm-hmm. We do cube steaks.
I never had it before.
It's good.
Yeah, cube steaks with mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, it was delicious.
That's how we do a lot of our venison stroganoff is with cube steaks.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
We had that. That was even when Matt and Scott. That was just me, Doug, and Christine Sunday night. Monday, what did we do Monday? I don't know. We just ate well. It was good. Come in from a long day sitting, seeing nothing. Have a beer.
Sandwiches.
Just stuffing yourself with sandwiches, Nutter Butter bars, cookies, junk.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was talking to Jess for a second, and she's like, so how's it? I'm like, just, I've ate 2 sandwiches, had an apple, a pear, Nutter Butter bar, cookies. She's like, well, it sounded really healthy. And then you started saying Nutter Butter bar and cookies and candy. Like, that's all I've done. She's like, what about deer hunting? I'm like, no, that's all I've done.
Yeah.
I haven't deer hunted.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anything. I don't know. It's not even hunting. It's just like I came up to sit in a freaking jail cell for 12 hours. That's all I did in solitude.
Meanwhile, your legs are on fire because that's the only thing that really gets the
Yeah.
heat.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how I thought I was gonna freaking light on fire one time. You're kind of like I think I was starting to see a deer or something, and my foot was just sitting right in front of the heater. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, holy crap, these pants are like 100 degrees. Freaking hot. Oh, yeah, I bought a new heater this year, the Mr. Buddy.
Yep.
dude, that thing freaking,
They're great.
oh my gosh. They suck propane too, though.
Oh, yeah. Did you buy the big one or the regular?
The big one. It freaking just
You got
juices.
the one with the fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I freaking went through like 3 tanks the first day. I'm like, all right, I got to cut this back. I mean, it was great to stay nice and toasty.
Oh, yeah.
But then Wednesday, I only went through two. I don't even think I went through the full tank. The second, I was like, all right, let's see how long I can go without no heat. And then plus, sometimes I'm like, maybe the little humming noise is being heard. You know, you come up with all these,
Oh, yeah.
You come up with all,
Oh, yeah.
You come up with all these stupid things why you think there's no deer around
Right.
you, right? Like, it's like, dude, they're a freaking animal. They're going to show up whether you do something or not. I went like as far along as I could with no heat. I went to like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm freezing. So I cranked it up, burned through that tank till like, and then they only last. I mean, I think I had accidentally left it on high, so it just juiced it real quick.
Yeah.
And then so I was like 2 o'clock or something when it died, or 2 or 3, and I'm like, all right, well, I got 3 more hours left. Can I go without any heat? And then I think like 4:45 rolled around. I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
can't do it. Can't do it. It's starting to get colder, and my feet are cold.
Trying just to
It's the
avoid it.
feet.
Just like, oh,
The feet is
Prime
what
time.
goes the first for me. It's always the toes. Like, I could try to like keep my hands. Like, I always had little warmers. I don't think they don't freaking do crap. Not like a freaking nice little
well, yeah.
little buddy heater, just cranking some heat out. But it's always the toes. Like, my toes are my barometer of, do I need to put heat on yet? Because then, like, whenever you try to curl them and you can't even feel them, you're like, yep, it's heat. It's heat time. It's heat time. And then just stick those stickers right. I'm like, oh, heat me up, baby.
As they unthaw.
Oh, yeah. And they get all tingly because they're so frozen. It's like, wow, probably should have turned that out a little sooner.
I didn't want to spook my deer.
Yeah, but that's what, keeps you occupied when you're sitting that freaking thing from 6 o'clock in the morning and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Worried about if the sound of your heater is making the noise.
Hey, dude, you just think of everything.
You do.
Like, maybe my farts stink too much and they smell that. And they're like, get out of here. I ain't going over that direction. Lingering in the woods.
Right. Yeah. Who had eggs?
You just think of everything. Like, maybe my wrappers are too loud.
Yeah, I know when you're trying to get your first sandwich
Yeah,
out.
dude.
It was like, there's no way a deer doesn't hear that.
Every time. Because it was the dumbest thing. We pack our bags in these grocery bags, and it's just like,
Yeah.
It's like you almost want to just yank it out of the bag real quick.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this might be really loud, but it's going to be super short.
Right.
Right?
They won't have time
Get
to
it
figure
over
out what
with.
it is.
And then you got to slowly like try to open the grocery bag. Like, okay, I got it open. Where's the sandwich? Oh, and then you stick your hand down there, and it's like making more noise. You're like, oh, frick, screw it. Just grab the stupid thing. Just get it over with. And then you got to slowly open the Ziploc bag.
Right.
Like, sandwich time. You look around, you're like, well, whatever was maybe lingering in the woods is long gone now. Oh, well, enjoy my sandwich.
Right.
It's so true every time. I mean, I'm
very loud.
Even if you try to do it in like a Ziploc bag, like a gallon bag, and then put everything in that,
I did that this year. I tried to do it, and
it still makes
it
noise.
still makes noise.
Still makes noise. Yeah, it doesn't help that, like, I mean, some blinds you can just shut the windows, right, a little bit.
Right.
At least the windows that go in and out, maybe deadening the sound a little bit.
Right.
No, not mine. Mine is the zipper. That's the other thing, right? The freaking zippers. But Tuesday, it snowed, right? And blasting freaking buddy heater, right? Mm-hmm. So what happens after I leave at 6 o'clock in the dark? It freezes.
Oh, because of condensation.
Yeah, because Mr. Dripper on both of the windows, drip, 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 drip. So as soon as I kill the heat and leave for the night, freezes overnight, and I get in there again Wednesday morning at freaking 6 in the morning, pitch black, and I'm trying to be quiet as all get, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm trying to open my windows through all the ice. And it's like, I'm like,
Well, what are you going to do?
this is why I'm not seeing any freaking deer. They're just like, don't go over there.
Right.
There is something going on we've never heard before.
Somebody's struggling over there, dude. Stay away.
So now you know the truth that comes out why I didn't see any deer.
Right. Sounds like you were very busy.
Oh my gosh, dude. I was so pissed that Wednesday morning too. Like I just said, screw it. Because I always do them like, just pull them down really fast. Pour my coffee and sit down.
Right.
What time is it? It's 6:15. All right, it took me 15 minutes to get settled. Shooting light, 6:55. We got 40 minutes.
Then sandwich time.
Yeah. It's fun, though.
It's a good time, for sure.
It's fun. And you look forward to that crap.
Well,
Whether
yeah.
you shoot bucks or not, you're out in the woods. I mean, that's what's... I love just sitting there, even though as frustrating as I'll get. You just kind of look around and you're just like, this is relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
This is beautiful. Especially when it started to snow and all the trees getting a little...
It was nice.
little snow on them and watching.
It's nice to be out there with a little fresh
so much
snow.
And it makes it so much easier to see the deer
yeah.
when you do see them. I mean, it's just like this big brown spot.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, there you are.
Cruising.
I mean, it's true. Like, without the snow, you pet them like,
It's hard to see them.
oh, let me get the binos. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there is one. Snow, like, you don't even need binos.
Right,
It's
you
just
can
like,
see 'em.
there's one right there. He's moving. But that was a good time. I don't know. I think I was going to try to go up this weekend. I know this airs after Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving
Happy Thanksgiving.
to you and your family.
You as well.
Yeah, I hope you eat lots of turkey.
Yeah,
Get lots of leftovers. Nothing better than turkey sandwiches,
I know.
dude. It's in the blind.
Right.
In hunting. See, and that's why you're going to go
The
this
stuffing
weekend.
on there.
You're gonna shoot a big 10-pointer.
I don't know.
You will.
My wife hasn't gone that. Becca hasn't gone that much, so maybe she's planning on going out Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night. Yeah.
I'm ready to track one. I don't need to shoot one. I'm ready to go tracking.
Do a little stalking. Stalk and shoot.
No, just to find it.
Oh.
I just like going and find it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Call me. I'll come join you.
All right.
But yeah, it's this is usually a good weekend though to hunt too.
It is, yeah. After
I
it
mean,
settles down a little bit.
things calm down a little bit. Everyone starts traveling, so there's a little less hunters in the
Mhm.
woods. And they say that there's that second rut,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where I don't know. I think who knows what this year kind of played out. Some people think the rut already happened weeks ago. Some people think it was. I mean, I kind of think there's a little like lockdown going on during the opener season. So I mean, if that's how it was, they should be coming back out to go find their next lady.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
That'll be nice.
Get a little dumber. You know, let's just meander out to this open field that I've never done before.
A little more tired from the first one. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, I want to take the shortcut in the open field.
Go a direction I've never gone
Yeah.
before. Kapow!
You know what? I'm tired of doing the same thing. All the
Yeah.
time. I want to change it up. It's definitely what goes through their mind.
Yeah. I don't think a lot goes through their mind except find that next doe, right? That's why the rut's the rut.
Right.
Those bucks just get dumb. Especially those young one, man. They just like they just chase all over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you idiot. You're good thing I don't like. I'm not gonna shoot you
Right,
anyways.
yeah.
Maybe not others, but I'm not.
Right.
Want a decent little rack, but no. Well, hopefully you get out.
Yeah.
Hopefully Becca gets one, and then you get one all in one weekend.
That would be nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Let's make it happen. Have some turkey sandwiches while hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that was the deer camp gun opener season update.
Yep.
Not much to talk about. No pictures to share, but hey, there's always today. There's always tomorrow. I mean, there's always bow till December. You like going out late in December?
I don't really bow hunt too much. I'll bring my bow with me, but after black powder, then I normally
Do you do muzzleloader too?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then normally I just switch to doe.
Yeah, shoot some dough.
Yeah.
Get some meat. Fill the freezer. There you go.
By that
Listen,
time-
you all listen to that, Michigan hunters. Shoot some more dough, guys. Golly,
They're pretty.
they are. They're better meat.
They're
You
Not as
you
tough.
say you I don't know, you hear guys like, oh, but I need meat for the freezer. So why'd you shoot the spike? Shoot a doe, you dummy. I'm all for Michigan having like a freaking 5-point restriction. Well, they never shoot a buck. Yeah, you will in about 10 years.
I think it's just tough because I think we've talked about it before too. That there's so many deer down here. I mean, if you keep letting them grow, essentially, then you're just gonna have more car accidents. But then if you make them shoot does first, then it could offset it. But I mean, I could see
That's true.
their theory behind it.
Or just
In
at
our
least a one
populated
buck
areas.
tag.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
So not increase the restrictions, maybe just reduce how many bucks you can shoot. Just one.
yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if you do that overnight, that ratio will just instantly drop.
Yeah, but let's see. I mean, I would be interesting to see what it is after
All said and done.
late doe season. I mean, this
Late
this
doe
is a lot
season.
of time people
When's
don't
late
shoot
doe
a
season?
doe.
Towards the end of December?
Yeah,
The last week of December, isn't it, or something like that? Or the
I
last
think
2
it's
weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people I don't.
Well, when
This
I
time
worked,
of year, why would you shoot one if every doe you see could have a buck behind it?
so that's funny because the Cabana family who owns, that I know who owns Mark Chevrolet and Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
they have like 500 acres out by Jackson area. And so what they do for their employees is they'll go out and just freaking do a mass doe shooting
Mm-hmm.
in the late antlerless, and then you take that and process sausages, and they allow their employees just to put an order
Okay,
for like
that's cool.
sausage or jerky. What do you want? Well, because there's a big family, so they can
Mhm.
just go out and blast a whole bunch. It's cool. I remember they do that, like late antlerless, and just go. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's your Christmas gift on us.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, man, they shoot some big bucks.
Oh yeah,
Mike's-
Jackson.
Yeah, dude. Well, they're kind of more Chelsea off of
Still, that
52.
whole-
Yeah, whole area.
yeah.
That whole area.
You got
over there.
500 acres too. I mean, you can do a lot with that.
Heck yeah.
You can keep them on your property if you wanted to.
Oh, they I mean, I'm pretty sure whether they want. I'm pretty sure they have a full time farmer that just
For hunting.
yeah, they breed them on that place. I've seen some of Mike's and Chris's, and they're big.
I believe that.
Dude, those are some big bucks. But all right, well, hey, there you have it for gun opener. She's a stinker,
Yep.
but that's why we keep coming. It's like golf, right?
Right.
You have that one shot, and it just keeps luring you in.
Absolutely.
Because you just never know when that next one's gonna come.
Well, yeah.
You just gotta. You can't shoot anything on the couch. You can't make a hole in one on the couch.
It's
You
true.
can't shoot a big buck on the couch. You
That's
gotta
true.
just get your butt out there and you keep doing. You keep going. Keep your head high
Words of wisdom.
and keep sitting
Keep it. Keep eating.
all day. Bring your books. Bring your homework. Do your homework in the blind. No excuses. Anyways, all right, we're good. I'm Paul Sequin with eXp Realty.
I'm Devin Carr with Gold Star Mortgage.
This is Car and Sequin Show. See ya.
See?
The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series do not constitute legal or professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender.